consistently applying for a job but not getting any interview call, then this has to definitely do something with your resume. Yes, resume plays a very important role in landing a job interview. So in this video, we will be discussing all about resume, like how you can create a neat and clean resume which will help you in getting interview calls and which is ATS friendly. So let's get started. So you have two resumes in front of us. One is this one and it's of the same person with same level of experience, and another one is this one. So if you want to choose that out of these two which one is the best, then definitely you will choose this second one, right? Now let's discuss like what's the difference here in this template, this format. So I have created a resume and I have created it for software engineer for about like 2 years of experience. So first, like you need to mention the name, then your mobile number, email address, LinkedIn ID, and you have to start with your skills. So if you are experienced or if you are fresher also, I would recommend you to start your resume with skills, and you can mention like what all skills you have. Let's say you are a software engineer, like if you take the example of this one, then here I have segregated the skills in front end, back end, testing, database, version control, project management, and then you will start with the experience. So in the experience, you will mention the experience in chronological order, like the latest one will be first. And let's say if you are fresher, then you will mention like what all internships you have done or any GitHub projects you have worked on or college projects you have worked on. So those things will come in the experience. So here you need to mention about the company name and then what designation you have worked. Let's say you have done the internship, you can mention as a software intern or DevOps intern, and then the duration for which you worked. Then you have to mention the key points, like what you did in that company, what all work you were handling, what was your day-to-day task. Then that detail should contain some data and numbers, because when you share some details and numbers around it, then it builds a trust and the interviewer will able to relate to it, right? So like here I have mentioned leading a team of 20 plus engineers, 3 new features, and then highlight these points. Then like extracted 2 libraries, implemented a third-party integration. So like this way you can mention it. And if let's say you have worked in more than one company, then also it should not exceed 2 pages. Like if you are mentioning, like if I take the example of this resume here, the person has worked in 3 different companies, right? And still it's all covered in 1.5 pages. Then comes the certification. You have to mention like what certification you did, and then at last comes your education, where you just need to mention your college name and what degree you have done. How to create this resume? Then definitely you can use Canva or you can use Google Doc. There are many resume builder tool as well, but I don't like it because you fill all the details and at last it asks for subscription or payment, or it will only give you one resume to download. So better you can use these templates like Canva or Google Doc. So all you need to do is you need to search for Canva and then you need to search for resume like I have done here, and you can choose any one and then customize this template. Then here you can edit it, you can remove the photo, profile section. Profile section is also no longer required, like profile, objective, summary, these things are not required. You can remove it and then you can create it in the same format. You can create it horizontally or you can create in the column wise as well. But yeah, make sure not to mention the graphics, like I have seen many resumes where for skills they will use a star or they will use that bar graph and then they will rate it. So don't use these things, instead keep it very simple as it looks professional. Next comes how to save your resume. Then definitely save it with your name underscore your designation, so that like when you share it with the recruiter or you most of the times you have to email it, so it looks professional and also it becomes easy for the HR also to handle the data. Next, what font size, what font style to use. I would recommend you to use Arial. It is pretty simple and easy, and font size should be same throughout, like the main things, the headings and all, or the numbers, you can highlight it, you can keep it in bold, but the font size should be same throughout the resume. Now let's talk about like what not to do in your resume. So the first is don't use buzzwords like hardworking, dedicated. Instead use collaborated, implemented, and you can get these vocabularies from Chatgpt. Chatgpt will help you in getting quite decent words which you can use in your resumes. Next is don't mention the irrelevant experience. Like let's say you are looking for job as a software engineer, and earlier in the start of your career you were working as maybe, let's say, quality control engineer. So that experience is nowhere related to the software engineer experience, like, right? So don't mention irrelevant experience in your resume, because it's most of the times confuses the interviewer and the discussion goes in some other direction. Next important thing about resume is that be honest. Don't lie or exaggerate the things in your resume, because once you get a call and for interview, so the most of the questions will be around your resume, right? So don't mention the things on which you haven't worked or you don't know about it. Be true in your resume. Next is don't send the same resume or use the same resume for 100 of job applications. I would suggest you is, like, you might have heard from many people that you need to tailor your resume as per the job description so that it can clear the ATS, right? So for that purpose, what you need to do is, I will mention the prompt in description. You can use that prompt and take the help of ChatGPT, which will do the tailoring for you. So yes, one more important thing is that don't just blindly trust ChatGPT and copy paste the things whatever it is suggesting you. I would recommend you is to go through your resume once as a third person and see like what you are getting out of it, and only mention those things which are true, which are relevant to your experience, and edit it as per the need, right? I think I have covered most of the points, and if I will miss any, I will mention them in the description. So thank you for watching and follow me for more such videos. Bye.